Hey everyone, it's Angela from Engineering Ethics. This is my video for lesson 12 on artificial intelligence, and I hereby pledge that I am abiding by the NJIT Honor Code. This is my original work unless stated. So let me talk to you guys first a little bit about what artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence is the study of man-made computational devices and systems which can be made to act in a manner which we would be inclined to call intelligent. And it all started with British mathematician Alan Turing. In 1950, Turing published a paper entitled Computing Machinery and Intelligence. He said that if a machine could pass a certain test, the Turing test, it would be deemed as intelligent. And this test involves a human being asking the questions through a computer terminal to two different entities, including a computer and a human being. And if the human being asking the questions failed to determine the computer from the human, then the computer was said to pass the test and be deemed intelligent. We actually have quite a bit of AI in our society today, like Siri and Cortana, and even some smart TVs. So what are some uses for artificial intelligence? Well, artificial intelligence has been used in fields like medical offices, hospitals, stock trading, remote control, scientific discovery, government, remote sensing, and even toys. So the field of AI has allowed scientists to create and innovate robots that can perform autonomous tasks like driving, answering questions, helping humans with everyday tasks. There is a huge benefit when using AI, but there are also some disadvantages, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little later on in the video what these disadvantages are and how they can hurt our society. So in this section of my video, I want to talk to you guys about some examples of AI. So one example is Hector. Hector is a walking robot shaped like an insect that scientists have created to explore the possibility of a reflective consciousness and emergent behaviors. So Bielefeld University developed some software that gives Hector a simple form of consciousness. That's pretty awesome. It's also pretty mind-boggling what the possibilities of that could do. This is really exciting news for the AI community, that robots can possibly one day think for themselves and make decisions based on their reflexes. I mean, it could change the way society works completely. The way that we use and view technology would also change entirely. Until now, Hector is just a reactive robot with software like Navinet 2. Hector can find a path to a target, distinguish it, and go to that target. Another robot that I want to talk to you guys about is Stanley. Stanley is the first autonomous vehicle to win the DARPA Grand Challenge. Stanley's team won $2 million for their achievement, and the race pushes the teams to develop their technology so that the car is driverless and capable of completing an off-road course all on its own without, bumping into anything and melting down and crashing into things. Stanley uses a combination of lasers, cameras, and other devices, sensors that pick up where the locations are, and that's how it helps it drive. This DARPA Grand Challenge encourages new discoveries which could one day be implemented for government use and in the military. Another really cool artificial intelligence bot is IBM Watson. IBM Watson is a technology platform that uses natural language processing and machine learning to reveal insights from large amounts of data. So Watson is deemed one of the smartest machines on Earth. It has the brain size of about 2,400 computers and has stored around 10 million documents. That's huge. That's one really big database. So Watson was challenged to compete in Jeopardy against real humans. Initially, Watson was giving some answers that weren't really related to the question. Watson would just pick up some words and would kind of relate it to the answer a little bit. It was kind of like there was some degrees of inconsistency. So the software was updated and reprogrammed, so the system was more accurate, and Watson was deemed the smartest machine on Earth by winning Jeopardy. So this is where I tell you guys my stance, if I think AI is benefiting or hurting society. Personally, I think it will hurt society, and we need to put a limit of how far AI can really go. So although AI has contributed to many scientific breakthroughs and discoveries, I believe it's going to hurt society more than it's going to help it. Right now it's helped so much. The technology that we have today has advanced us so far past anything we could have ever dreamed of. We have technology like Siri and Cortana, who helps find quick answers for questions. We also have robotics that act autonomously, like Hector and Stanley, and they are developing reflective consciousness, and they're starting to think. There are so many AI projects out there that are being used and will be helpful, and they're being used on the battlefield and throughout the military too. And I believe that humans should not place all of their trust on AI, because machines can fail, and they cost money, and they could possibly one day even replace humans. If robots attain the ability to think and perform their tasks as programmed, the bots could definitely replace humans one day. I mean, why not? This would hurt our economy. It would decrease jobs. There are computers out there already that are smarter than humans. For example, Robo is a software from Japan that has outperformed the average high school senior student on their college entry exam. That's pretty scary. It's pretty impressive. And I mean, you have to admit, as much as we could benefit from robots and artificial intelligence and such, we could definitely suffer greatly too. And as an engineer, we as engineers have to think about the consequences of our actions. Do we really want to continue to develop these smart, intelligent, artificial bots so that they could one day take over? So my next slide talks exactly about that. What do you do as an engineer? You have to consider the safety and the welfare of the public. If the bots are being used in warfare, and they include autonomous bots that are self-driven, what if they malfunction and they start shooting our military? What if they get confused and think that our military is the enemy? Could these autonomous bots possibly shoot our civilians? What would happen? And would other countries create soldiers and that would hurt our country too? AI could also take jobs away from humans, since robots would be able to perform a task and or act with reflexive consciousness. That's a scary thought. What would we do? What would our purpose be on this earth? That we have created a technology so intelligent that it could start learning on its own and possibly think of us as the enemy? I don't know. It's all very crazy, and these are things that we have to consider. Also, we should consider Lovelace's argument. Can machines become learning machines, or can they just do what they're told? What would happen if these machines learn to kill and are placed on the offense to attack us? I honestly think that there should be some sort of cap or limitation which would limit the artificial intelligence. It would be to our benefit if we could stay out of warfare, if we could just limit it. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think. Please comment below on my video. I want to hear your thoughts and comments. Thank you for watching my video.